Hello students, in this video lecture we are going to solve problem 14 where we have to find phi. If you remember in our previous video they have given nebula phi in terms of r vector. So we used a concept where nebula phi is equal to phi dash of r multiplied with r cap, and we solved that problem in order to find the value of phi. But here in this question, it is given that nebula phi in terms of a vector where we have the I component, j component as well as the k component. Now whenever the problem is of this type and when the question is about to find phi, then the following method that we have to follow. That is, we know that nebula phi is equal to what? Dou phi by dou x I vector plus dou phi by dou y j vector plus dou phi by dou z k vector. So we all know this. So comparing with this, the given nebula phi, we understand that y plus y square plus z square is dou phi by dou x, and x plus z plus 2xy is dou phi by dou y, and y plus 2zx is dou phi by dou z. So on comparing this, we get these three values. So let us take and write that. So first we will write dou phi by dou x is equal to this. It is the I component. So by comparing component wise, first component is I component and we get dou phi by dou x is equal to the first I component is y plus y square plus z square. Now from this we can integrate on both the sides and we can get the value of phi. So from this, if you see, we can write dou phi is equal to y plus y square plus z square dou x. So bringing this dou x to the right. Now we will integrate on both the sides. So on integrating, what is the integral of dou phi? It is phi. That is equal to, now we have to integrate this with respect to which variable? With respect to the variable x, because we have dou x over here. So with respect to the variable x, when we integrate, we have to treat y and z as constants because it is partial. So by treating y and z as constants and integrating with respect to x, here we have y. So you will get yx. Here you have y square. So plus y square x plus z square is also a constant. So z square dou x. So that is x. So this is what we get when we integrate this function phi. Now, I mean dou phi. Okay, now in a similar way, we have to take and write dou phi by dou y. What is that? It is equal to the j component. So let us take and write that. So before that, we shall mark this as 1 so that I will tell you how to compare at last and write the final solution. This phi is the solution that we obtained when we compared the ith component. Now when we compare the j component, what we get is dou phi by dou y. So dou phi, we get dou phi by dou y is equal to x plus z plus 2xy. So let us write that. So x plus z plus 2xy. Now from this what we get, dou phi is equal to x plus z plus 2xy, and this dou y goes to the right. So dou y. Now we shall integrate on both the sides. So integrating on both the sides, what is integral dou phi? It is phi. That is equal to, now on the right, we have to integrate with respect to y. And we have to partially do it. So x and z will be treated as constants. So this is a constant. On integration, you will get x, y because we are integrating with respect to y plus z, y plus 2x is like a constant. So 2x, what is the integration of y? Since we are integrating with respect to y, it will be y square by 2. Now we have to mark this as equation 2, and before that this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and so this will be marked as equation 2. Now In a similar way, the kth component we have to compare. Dou phi by dou z will be equal to y plus 2zx. So let us write that. So we have dou phi by dou z to be equal to y plus 2zx. Now from this we can write dou phi to be equal to y plus 2zx dou z. Now integrating on both the sides, what is the integration of dou phi? It will be phi, and that is equal to, now on the right, first we will integrate y. Y is a constant, so we have to integrate only with respect to z. So we get yz plus, now 2x is a constant, so we can write as it is. And what is the integral of z with respect to dou z? It is z square by 2. Now if you see, these two gets cancelled, and so we will be having phi as to be equal to yz plus xz square. So let us mark this as equation 3. Now we have obtained three values of phi, that is here 1, here 2 and 3. Now we have to compare this 1, 2 and 3 and write the general solution of phi. How shall we compare? First, we have to see what are the terms common to all the three. Now, you have yx over here. So, check whether you have the same term in equation 2 also. Yes, you have xy over here. And check whether you have the same term over here. You don't have, but you have a common term between these two. So, they become one of the part of the final solution. So, we have to select it. That is, we should not repeat the terms that has appeared. So if you see what you do in general, I will tell you. First you write the first solution. The first solution is what? This. So we will take and write that. So phi is equal to, I will write it in order, that is yx I will write as xy itself. So xy plus, now here you have y square x. So I will write that. So I will write it as xy square plus, and here I have z square x, so I will just write it as xz square. So what I have done so far, first solution I have taken and I have written, that is just I have repeated this solution. Okay, the first solution I have written. After this, go to the second solution. If the terms are repeating, then don't write it again. That is, for example, you have xy over here. Here also it is repeating. So now you don't write that. So because we have already written. Next you check. What is the next term? Zy. Do you have a term zy over here? No. If you check, we don't have. So take and write this. So plus zy. So now we have written this. What is the next term? Xy square. Check whether we already have that term in the solution. Yes, we do have. Xy square has appeared already. So this has been already written. So don't write it again. Now go to the third solution. Check whether this yz term has appeared in the solution. So if you check, yes, zy is same as yz. So this has already appeared. So it is done. What about the next term, xz square? So check whether it has appeared already here. Yes, it has appeared. Xz square we have already written. So this has also been done. So this will become the final solution. And since we are integrating, we know that a constant of integration will be added at every step, and so that I can write in general as plus c. So this gives us the final solution. So this is the solution phi that we have obtained from nebla phi. Are we done with the problem? No, because they have given a condition here. They have given that phi of 1 comma 1 comma 1 is equal to 3. So now using this condition, we have to substitute x as 1, y as 1 and z as 1 and equate them to 3 so that we can find the constant c. So how to do that? First we will find what is phi of 1 comma 1 comma 1. That will be equal to, so if you put 1 for x, y and z, this will be 1 plus, so 1 into 1, so 1 plus again 1 into 1 will be 1 plus 1 into 1 is 1 plus c. And it is given that when you substitute like that, it is equal to 3. So we will equate it to 3. So this is equal to 3. So what do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus c is equal to 3. So from which we will get c to be equal to 3 minus 4, and that is equal to minus 1. So we have obtained this value of c to be equal to minus 1. So after obtaining the value of c as minus 1, take and substitute in this place so that we obtain the most general solution phi, which is equal to xy plus xy square plus xz square plus zy. And what is the value of c? We have got it to be negative 1. So minus 1. So this gives us the final solution. So in our next video, we will solve similar kind of problems so that it becomes more clear to you how to solve problems when nebula phi is given in terms of I, j and kth component. So kindly follow the next video lecture to understand this concept more better. Thank you.